Okay, it is now 9:15 on Saturday morning, and my how the skies have changed. So that purple stuff is now completely gone. Now we've just got this goldy, hazy stuff, which, you know, just as ominous looking, because, you know, having gold, I like gold on jewelry, but not in the sky. That to me is a bit unnatural. Oh, and a rainbow. Holy hell. I didn't even see this. Holy. I'm so glad I came out here to video. I was like, nah, people are probably tired of hearing me ramble on. Came over here and look where the rainbow is, way over the other side. Normally it's over here, but it's over here. I can't believe it. I was saying earlier, I wish we could see a rainbow. I didn't think we were going to see one. And had I sat on my ass and not come out here to do these videos, so I can thank you all for that, for me seeing the rainbow. I think I'm just getting the back end of it, but at least I got it. Whoa. And then we've got over here, I'll just leave that for a second. We have this big black thing over here. I don't know what the hell that is. But that's just, you can see it coming over. They're taking over on that. I need something. If I pose out, come out, do I get both? Yeah, I can. I'll just have to go over that way. Try to get a bit closer on both. So we've got the rainbow over here, and then we have the big black thing, which is basically taking over the whole gold thing that was over there. So, wow. Oh God. I'm going to buy a ticket in the lottery tonight, I think. But yeah, unbelievable. So I was sitting there going, looking straight ahead, and that's where all the birds are. All the birds are circling on some thermals over there. Can't see exactly where they are. Over here somewhere. All the birds are all going up in the thermals. Off they go, having a great day. I wish I was up there with them. So where's my rainbow? It's almost gone. So I should have stayed where I was. Yeah, it's almost faded out. Almost completely gone. Well, I haven't got my glasses. I took them off because I nearly dropped them over the side the other day. Nearly made a big mistake because I would have been all buggered and scratched by the time I got back to them. So yeah, the rainbow is somewhere here. What was the remnants of the rainbow. But yeah, whoa, I can't believe that. I was looking in the wrong bloody spot for the rainbow. So they're going to try to catch me off guard. But no, they didn't. It got captured. So yeah, bit of a crazy day, and it's not even 9:30 yet. So I'm like, my God, I knew it was going to be a bit of a crazy day. I had that sort of feeling, you know how when you were little, your parents always knew when you were going to have a bad day, you were going to be a bit of a troublemaker in your day. You'd have like curly hair, messy hair. You know, my parents were always like, oh, she's got a bit of a curl happening, so she's going to be a bit of a troublemaker today. They always knew. It was like something in the air. Maybe the way I slept at night, I don't know. But yeah. But anyway, so that rainbow's still trying to come up again. It's trying to have a surge. There we go. So see how long I can get the surge on here. I'll only move from here if there's something interesting happening over to the left. Other than that, I'll stay on the rainbow, because the rainbows are pretty. But he's not going to be a full arch rainbow. Most of them are these drizzly, drab sort of rainbows, and I'm noticing that there always seems to be some black line or white line, so some spacecraft, some spaceship, whatever you want to call it, there always seems to be something that is hovering around where the rainbows are. And a lot of the time, it's not until I look at them afterwards, the pictures, I see alien faces. And if you have a look at some of my photos, some of my rainbow, I've put everything into categories. I've sort of sat there getting really bored while everything's loading and uploading, to put things into categories, just to, you know, improve some of my skills, because I'm not very smart on this stuff. You know, I'm like a teenager that's just had alcohol for the first time, overwhelmed. You sort of go to the full-on binge, and then you sort of get overkill and you go, oh God, I'm never going to do that again. But I don't want to be like that. Oh look, there's this like black triangle thing. See that black triangle to the top of the rainbow? And if that was to be ripped away or taken away, you'll find now it's been covered by some black cloud. Someone here's smoking. I smell cigarette smoke. I hate it. Yeah, so if you were to rip that away, there would be circles of black dots and they would make a triangle shape. But the triangle is not solid, it is dots. And I've tried looking to see who uses that as a symbol or a marking or something like that. And you put a search like that into Google or into any of the search engines and you just end up, you don't even know where you started. And, you know, within 5 minutes you're like, oh, what was I looking for again? Yeah, you just end up chasing your own tail. And it's not good for your mental health. Well, I don't think it's good for my mental health. So yeah, and we have those silvery cloud things, they're coming in again too. It's like, oh my God, these top clouds here, they're moving so fast. If I pan back a little bit and turn the camera around a little bit, just see how fast they're moving. They're not just drifting, they're moving really fast. But back over here, yeah, so is he gonna hover over the rainbow? Let's have a look. Is that wispy thing, is that going to hover over the rainbow, or is it the black thing in the background? Because something's drawing on that rainbow. Whatever it is, they are sucking the energy out of the rainbow. It got sucked dry and then it's surged. So how long is it going to surge for this time? Like last time, months ago, when I first did this with the rainbows, I think it was about a 25-minute video. I didn't even have any dreams or thoughts about getting a YouTube channel. It was just the rainbow came up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I just kept videoing because I had so much memory back then, because, you know, it was just photos. I hadn't taken this obsession, you know, compulsion with the skies. Yeah, so I was doing all of that, and yeah, it just was up and down like a yo-yo. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is really, really weird. So when I did a search, you know, is it common for rainbows to, you know, dissipate and then recharge? And I couldn't find anything in relation to that. But when I sort of started looking into, when I started seeing what I saw were objects in the sky, and everyone was like, oh, you're crazy, you know, it's just your imagination. And I'm like, I wish it was, but it's not. And when I had photos and evidence to show people, and, you know, so, well, you know, you have a look, you tell me it looks like this, doesn't it? And they'd be like, oh, well, if you hadn't told me that, I wouldn't have thought that. I'm like, well, you know, so if you just used your eye, you wouldn't have assumed that. You would have gone, oh, that's normal. Well, then you're abnormal to think that, because it's not normal. It's strange. So I'm going to go over here because there's some black crap over here. Don't know what they are. It's like the rear end of something. That sounds polite, doesn't it? The rear end of something. But it's right over Shipstone. Always hovering around there, and that white thing there. And these black things up here. While I come back, I'll just do a pull out before I get back to the rainbow, which is still there. So just do a pan around. I'm learning to go slow on my pans. Learning, because I'm like, oh my God, I give myself vertigo. Okay, back onto the rainbow. There it is. But yeah, it's just astounding. You know, from the purple haze in the sky, which came out like a dust, like a mist, to now this rainbow, which is in an unusual place. Normally it might arch here, but it never originates here. So I'm like, something's different. Can't put my finger on what it would be that's different. But they didn't surge. The lights didn't fully come on last night. They came on a little bit and then they went away. And I'm thinking, did we get any rain? I honestly can't even remember. It's just turned into a blur for me. Everything's like this, you know, when this shit's happening day after day after day, it turns into a blur. You don't even sort of, you know, it's like, is this today or is this yesterday or is this tomorrow? You don't have any, you lose concept of time because everything's just the same. It's like Groundhog Day. It's the same day, just on a different temperature maybe. Everything else is exactly the same. And it's getting a little bit dreary. But anyway, I'm going to go over here. Don't know what these are. And the big clouds. So the big clouds in the background hover. And now that purple thing's just decided to hover right where it is. What's it masking? What's behind there? See the big black thing underneath it? It was moving before, now it's parked itself. And they're like upside down circles. That's what I was trying to get on the symbols, because they look like the Chanel Coco Chanel marking, but they're not. But when you see them, they sort of reminiscent of that, but they're not, obviously. Well, I'm going to get off this and go back to the rainbow and see if it moves. So keep your markers of where it is right now. Just remember where it is. I'll try to remember. Go back to the rainbow. And let's see if it moves when I'm not filming it. This is the paranoia in me, thinking that they're that intelligent that they can notice when somebody's there. You know, because obviously I'm the only person here on the balcony. I'm the only person. There's no buildings in front of me to block my view of them, so there's nothing to block their view of me. I'm always out here pointing at them, talking to people. So maybe they're aware that I'm doing this. What do you think? Do you guys think that they're aware that I'm doing this? Because, you know, part of me says that they are, but the other part of me is like, well, no, they're not, because why are they showing me all this stuff if they knew I was here doing this? So, you know, it's like a contradiction to itself in what I'm thinking and saying. So sometimes I'm not as lucid as I'd like to be. Now that purple, not the purple, that pinky, goldy thing has not moved, but it's raised up a bit higher, or the one behind it has come down a bit lower. So I'm going to zip over to it. So we'll come back to the rainbow if it's still here. But let's have it. I'll show you what I mean. See what I mean? Whatever it is, you can see those big black markings behind it. Whatever they are underneath that it was trying to hide, it's parked itself. And is that the monkey? I don't know. But whatever it's trying to mask or hide or camouflage behind it, it's peeking at the bottom of it. So they think they're really smart, but they're not. They're dumbasses. And then you've got over here more of those big markers underneath with the same sort of clouds. So let's pull out so we can see those. Sorry, this is my shitty... I should go get my camera. But I don't want to, I'd rather have these images than not have any images of anything. So just go over here to the rainbow. There, the rainbow is still here. It is now 13, nearly 14 minutes in, and the rainbow is still here. So that just shows they're not, I don't know how long a normal rainbow lasts. That's something that I'll go and have a search on Google. What is the normal life expectancy of a rainbow? One of my first rainbow videos, I called it the birth of a rainbow, because my cat drew attention to something out my bedroom window, and I was like, what are you looking at? And that's when the rainbow. And so I started filming it and continued filming it until it disappeared. And then it came back again. So I was like, oh my God, I saw the birth and death of a rainbow, because it wasn't there, then all of a sudden it was, and then it wasn't. And so I captured it, and that sort of, the fact that I was able to do that was like, whoa, you know, there's so much that people are unaware. You know, you can be so complacent in your stupidity and ignorance without even being aware. So I'm going to go back to the left now, because there's a whole heap of, once again, all the pixelation is making everything really, really blurry. Obviously, it's not me. It is not my camera. It is the pixelation that they're doing to mask what they've got, what they're hiding. As you can see, they're now moving back. They're pulling back. Have a look at the markers. They're pulling way back. So it's like they're sort of aware that they've been spotted maybe, and they're moving back. And if we were to stand here for a bit, you would see they slowly like being sucked back. But we'll just pan around here so you can see what's happening over here. Not an awful lot over here, but that gold thing, whatever the hell that is, I don't know about that. But the lines, so whatever it is, it's leaving a trail and coming from the ocean yet again. So we've got a few of those goldy blobby bits, the bird shit bits, whatever you want to call them. Oh, and we've got some golden stuff happening over here. And yes, the rainbow, sorry, but you know, like, hey, don't criticize me if you can't come here and help me. Because I can't do it all. So I need 2 cameras and 4 hands and 3 brains. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to stop this one and start a new one. Otherwise, they take too long to upload. So I'll be back in a bit, because this is 16 minutes. Bye.